The Republic Armada, a colossal force of hammerhead cruisers and Jedi starfighters, dropped out of hyperspace right into the heart of the Empress Teta system. Their mission was clear: liberate the 7 worlds from the Krath cult and bring the treacherous Keto siblings to justice. From the bridge of the flagship, Nomi Sunrider and Ulic Qel-Droma watched as the golden planets came into view, now shrouded in a new, unnatural darkness. But the Krath were waiting. They had not just built an army, they had fortified an entire system with Sith sorcery. A fleet of dark, jagged Krath warships, their hulls pulsing with purple energy, rose to meet the Republic. They were joined by swarms of ancient, nimble Sith interceptors, their pilots fueled by the dark side battle meditation of Aleema Keto. The space battle began with a deafening silence, followed by the eruption of thousands of turbo lasers. Republic formations, disciplined and orderly, clashed with the chaotic, fanatical assault of the Krath. Explosions bloomed like deadly flowers against the backdrop of the golden nebulas. It was a clash of 2 eras: the tactical precision of the Republic versus the raw, unpredictable power of ancient magic. On the bridge, Nomi Sunrider closed her eyes, reaching out with the Force. She entered a deep battle meditation, a rare Jedi ability to coordinate and inspire the Republic fleet. Under her influence, pilots flew with uncanny precision, and gunners found their marks with impossible accuracy. For a moment it seemed the light would prevail, but deep within the palace of Kinagar, Aleema Keto was weaving her own web of power. Standing over a nexus of dark side energy, her eyes glowing with malevolent light, she unleashed the full might of Sith sorcery. She didn't just want to win a battle, she wanted to break the enemy's mind. Suddenly, the battlefield changed. The Republic pilots were no longer fighting ships. Massive, shadowy leviathans born of pure fear materialized in the void of space. Ghost fleets appeared out of nowhere, firing phantom volleys that caused real panic. Sensors went haywire, and communication channels were flooded with the screams of the damned. Chaos consumed the Republic fleet. Captains fired on their own allies, believing them to be Sith monsters. Formations broke as ships scattered in terror from threats that weren't even there. Nomi Sunrider's concentration shattered under the psychic assault, her battle meditation broken by the overwhelming tide of Aleema's illusions. While others panicked, Ulic Qel-Droma felt only one thing: rage. He saw the fear in Nomi's eyes, the destruction of the fleet, and he knew conventional warfare had failed. His master, Arkajeth, had fallen to darkness. Now, he would not let the Republic fall too. In a moment of desperate fury, Ulic made a decision that would doom him. Against Nomi's desperate pleas, Ulic boarded his personal starfighter. He detached from the flagship, his lone vessel a tiny speck against the backdrop of the chaotic battle. His plan was madness: to infiltrate the capital city of Kinagar alone and strike at the heart of the Krath leadership. Ulic's fighter tore through the atmosphere, dodging anti-air fire and battling through squadrons of Krath interceptors. He crash-landed in the streets of Kinagar, emerging from the wreckage with his lightsaber ignited. He was a one-man army, cutting down waves of iron war droids and cultists as he fought his way towards the palace. Battered, bleeding, but fueled by righteous fury, Ulic burst into the throne room. There, waiting for him, were Satal and Aleema Keto. Satal, encased in dark armor, drew his Sith sword, while Aleema smirked, her illusion still wreaking havoc above. It was the confrontation Ulic had craved since Onderon. The duel was brutal. Ulic, a master duelist, pressed the attack with aggressive strength. But Satal was cunning, using the dark side to augment his speed and strength. In the heat of combat, Satal managed to strike a glancing blow, his Sith-imbued blade scratching Ulic's arm. But it carried a potent Sith poison, a corruption that began to seep into Ulic's blood. Weakened by the poison and overwhelmed by Aleema's sorcery, Ulic fell. He had not come to destroy the dark side. He had come to be consumed by it. As he lost consciousness, the last thing he saw was the triumphant faces of the Keto siblings. The Republic fleet was retreating in disarray, and its greatest champion was now a prisoner of the Krath. With Ulic captured and the fleet in chaos, Nomi Sunrider had no choice but to order a retreat. The battered remnants of the Republic armada jumped into hyperspace, leaving the Empress Teta system firmly in the grip of the Krath. The crusade had been a catastrophic failure. Back on Coruscant, the mood was grim. Nomi Sunrider stood before the Jedi Council, her heart heavy with the loss of Ulic. She had sensed the darkness touching him, the poison in his veins. She knew with a terrifying certainty that the man who had gone into Sinagar was not the man who would eventually emerge. Deep in the dungeons of Sinagar, Ulic Qel-Droma awoke in chains. The physical wounds would heal, but the Sith poison was already doing its work, whispering to him, twisting his perceptions. The Jedi Knight was dead. The dark path of the Sith Lord was about to begin. And far away, on a jungle moon, another dark power sensed his fall. Exar Kun was watching.
Ulic Qel-Droma's tragic fall was only the beginning. Do you believe he can resist the Sith poison? Or will he join Exar Kun to set the galaxy aflame? The bloodiest era of the Great Sith War begins in Part 6. Don't miss the rise of the Dark Lord and the rebirth of the Sith Empire. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to join us for the next chapter.